On the topic of Grand Power holsters, a few weeks ago I purchased a Grand Power K100X trim. And the first thing I usually look at whenever I pick up a new handgun is holsters. What holsters fit it, what holsters can I get for it, and price points and availability of all that. Holsters that fit it, I initially was quite surprised and excited that the holster that I had picked up, made by Blade Tech for my Smith & Wesson M&P, would fit the gun. And it does fit the gun beautifully. However, down here on the bottom corner, you can see the magazine slightly touches the inside of that. So if I ever go to use this holster for this pistol again, I can simply take a Dremel tool, cut that out, and have an excellent holster. It's got side relief cuts for both ambidextrous slide releases. So most M&P holsters should fit the Grand Power. The square trigger guard will throw out a lot of Beretta holsters, most 1911 holsters, and others. To get a truly made-for-your-gun holster, though, I think you really have to go with a custom Kydex holster. And when I say a custom Kydex, yes, it can be made by Blade Tech or any of these others, but it's specifically designed for that gun. And that's what this holster here is. It is a Red Hill Training or Red Hill Tactical holster. It's handmade, hand-molded, fits specifically to the Grand Power Mark 12 frames. The owner is a longtime friend of mine, and he does phenomenal work. He's always been a very articulate person when it comes to details, and he's happened to pull in these awesome holster mounts. I believe they're called the maple leaf mounts, but they're adjustable on most axes. You can rotate the holster, you can do up and down, you just can't rotate it in a side-to-side motion. So you got a couple Allen screws here. These two Allen screws are for a spacer that really does push the gun just a little bit too far away from me to be comfortable. I've also heard that SIG 220 and 226 holsters will work with the Grand Powers. That's just something that you can always try, if you can, try to borrow one before you buy one. But a lot of times you have to order things offline and they come in fairly quickly, but they may or may not fit. I would never question buying a holster from Red Hill Training. This one is of phenomenal quality. Honestly, it's better than most of the Blade Techs and Comptacs that I have used in the past. It fits the gun as well as any and is very adjustable. Locks in nice and stable, and still, when you want the holster to pull it out, there's just a little bit of tension on it. If it were me and I were going to purchase a holster, I would go out, I'd hit redhilltraining.net or facebook.com/redhilltraining and order one of those holsters. If you have a bunch of guns and holsters already, then definitely just try out some of the M&P 9mm holsters, maybe the FNS holster. I don't have one of those yet to test out, and one of the SIG 226 or 220 holsters. But if you don't have one, there's a very limited number of guns out there at this point for molds and holster makers that will mold custom holsters, and Red Hill Training has done a phenomenal job on this one. I'm hoping to get an IDPA legal holster from them soon so that I can use the gun in IDPA, which their season starts a couple months later for me than the USPSA season. If you have any questions or want to see any more specifics, please post below. I will answer any questions as quickly as possible. Thanks for watching.